Good to see you both. As you learned about the people that you play, what surprised you the most?
You know, how little I knew about them. Neil was always someone who was just synonymous with the moon, and in a lot of ways just as mysterious. And when Damien, started talking to me about the project, and I could read Jim Hansen's book, First Man, it was just, I was just overwhelmed by their, both Neil and Janet's story, and just how much personal sacrifice was involved in these missions, and how much they had experienced as a family, and it just was it was pretty eye-opening.
Is it fair to call the wives and the families the unsung heroes of these stories? Everybody hears about Neil and the astronauts. We'll talk about Buzz in a minute, but the emotions that you showed is playing Janet. Amazing performance. But what did you feel? Because really they are the unsung heroes. They're back at home, and I could see the pain on your face playing Janet.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the astronauts didn't really see themselves as heroes either. I don't think they kind of thought they were doing anything particularly heroic. So I think that sort of the wives, I think they had a very difficult job. They had to keep their lives as normal as humanly possible for their children, because it was a very confusing and scary time for everybody. And they also had to make sure that their husbands, who were going off to do this incredibly risky and dangerous thing, felt like they had full confidence in them. So they were the people who kind of had to carry the load, really. But they were very capable of doing it, which is why they're really remarkable.
Ryan, you came to Houston. What kind of training did you do in our city?
We had this incredible opportunity to go to NASA and also here. There was a bit of the, like, quote unquote space camp in both locations, but for the most part, the majority of my sort of time was just spent trying to understand who Neil was, and as well as understand the technical facets of the job. We had an incredible amount of help from NASA, just trying to sort of provide us with all the comms recordings from the missions, or our production team making almost exact replicas of the consoles, and just a lot of effort spent in getting those things right.
What did it feel like for you to deliver, obviously, the famous lines that everybody knows? The eagle has landed, one small step. Tell me what you were feeling as you delivered those lines.
Well, I did not want to mess them up. And, obviously there was a lot of pressure on those iconic moments. But I think what was fascinating about Neil is that, by all accounts, they were not things that he gave very much consideration to. For instance, the famous line getting off the moon, I heard him once say that he just wasn't sure what to say about taking such a small step off the ladder. But it's a testament to who he is, because he was someone that could see the larger context of anything. He could in that moment see a giant leap in one small step.